Hi there, all of my littles. It's time for story time with Auntie Mir. And today, the story that I've chosen is a special story that's written by a man named Robert Munsch. Now, Robert Munsch has lots and lots and lots of stories, but this one is my actual favorite of all of his. And in fact, many years ago, when I was working at a school, he came and visited the school and he signed my copy of this book. So, the book I'm going to read to you today is called The Paper Bag Princess, and it's by Robert Munsch. And I'm just going to show you right inside of here on the cover, he signed my book for me. That's Robert Munsch's autograph. So this is a special story to me. It's very funny, but also has a very great message, and I hope you enjoy it. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. And this is what I call the magic page, because look, there's that page, and then that page. It's the same picture. So look for the magic page when you're reading books too. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon. And he took a huge, deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds?" "Why, yes," said the dragon, and he jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again!" So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Aha! Elizabeth has played a trick on the dragon. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and she put her head right inside and she shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" But the dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over to the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and he said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes, and your hair is all tangled, and you're wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you're dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty, and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince. But you are a bum." They didn't get married after all. 2 things. Number 1, Ronald was not very appreciative to Elizabeth for all of that work that she just did. She just tricked a dragon so she could save him. And secondly, sometimes in books and in songs or on TV, you might hear a word that maybe you're like, you're not supposed to say that word. But if it's in a book, you can read it, but you shouldn't say it. So when I said one of those words in there, I know which one you're thinking of. You shouldn't go around calling people that, but if it's in a book, it's okay to read it. All right, that's it for story time with Auntie Mir for today, and we'll talk to you again really soon. Keep being good and stay safe.